Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Francis Entertainment Center. Got one more story today, the Chaperone and Employee of the Month. Enjoy the video. At the Krusty Krab, with SpongeBob making a Krabby Patty in the kitchen. SpongeBob's making a Krabby Patty in the kitchen. Just then, SpongeBob hears Pearl running and crying so profusely, her tears literally flood the restaurant. SpongeBob asks Mr. Krabs what's wrong with Pearl, and he explains to SpongeBob that her apparently long, tan, and handsome prom date has just dumped her the day before the prom. Mr. Krabs offers to take her instead, but she starts crying, causing an earthquake, and then suggests she take Squidward, or one of the restaurant's customers, to the prom, but she continues crying, which causes the earthquake to become worse. Ultimately, he offers to have SpongeBob accompany her. Pearl does not want to be embarrassed by SpongeBob and begs him to try his best for not doing anything embarrassing. Mr. Krabs proceeds to give SpongeBob words of advice, only for another SpongeBob to walk over and reveal the other SpongeBob was a realistic wax dummy in his likeness. Despite being excited to go to prom with Pearl, SpongeBob admits later he never got a date for his own prom and is a failure. At home, using a magazine that Gary provides as a guide, SpongeBob dresses up and uses extremely long and unstable artificial legs to make himself look long, tan, and handsome for Pearl. On the night of the prom, things initially work well for SpongeBob and Pearl. However, SpongeBob's costume soon begins malfunctioning, resulting in disaster and severely embarrassing Pearl. SpongeBob, after having broken everything at the prom, runs into the ladies' restroom crying. Pearl, feeling sorry for him, attempts to console him and restore his confidence. This ultimately succeeds, and Pearl and SpongeBob join the prom dance. They begin doing a dance called Doing the Sponge, which everyone else soon begins doing. However, this results in many injuries and mass destruction. An angry mob forms and lifts up Pearl and SpongeBob, who think they are popular enough to be lifted until the mob throws them out of the building. SpongeBob apologizes, but Pearl tells him not to worry, as she knows it was going to be a total disaster the whole time. Even though it was a disaster, it was really fun. Mr. Krabs opens the door with a rake, saying, "Keep away from my precious little flower." Pearl thinks he is talking about her, but Mr. Krabs really meant a literal flower on the walkway. Pearl says goodnight to SpongeBob as she returns home and tries to get SpongeBob's attention, but as she does so, SpongeBob appears to be frozen. Mr. Krabs congratulates SpongeBob on his success at the prom, then goes in his house and closes the door. The real SpongeBob then arrives to retrieve his wax dummy of himself, saying it sure comes in handy, and carries it home, laughing. Next up, SpongeBob reminds Squidward at the Krusty Krab's Employee of the Month award is about to be granted. Squidward tells SpongeBob that the award is nothing but a scam, and that Mr. Krabs only gives it out to make them work harder for less money. SpongeBob does not believe him and insists that Squidward take more pride in his work. But when Mr. Krabs warns him that Squidward might win the award, SpongeBob begins to worry. SpongeBob tries to work harder by cooking Krabby Patties twice as fast. Squidward notices this and reiterates his belief that the award is a joke. Later, SpongeBob starts to worry if Squidward is right. He then imagines a picture of himself saying that Squidward is only trying to make himself lose confidence just so he could win the award for himself. The picture convinces SpongeBob to fight back, and SpongeBob formulates a plan to outpace Squidward. That night, SpongeBob sneaks into Squidward's house and tries to destroy his alarm clock so that Squidward will not wake up. Squidward catches him in the act, leading to an argument concerning the award. Squidward says that he could get the award if he wanted to, and SpongeBob tells him to prove it. After SpongeBob leaves, they glare at each other from their windows until Squidward plays a lullaby on his clarinet that puts SpongeBob to sleep. Squidward then tries to sneak over to the Krusty Krab, but falls into a deep hole that SpongeBob has dug in front of Squidward's door. Upon climbing out, Squidward tries to barricade SpongeBob's door, only for SpongeBob to saw it down from the inside. They both make a desperate run for the Krusty Krab, setting several traps for each other along the way. By morning, SpongeBob and Squidward grow tired and call a truce with each other, only to break it as soon as they finish shaking hands. They both reach a Krusty Krab, just as it opens and begin overworking in an attempt to oppress Mr. Krabs, smashing many of the restaurant's supplies, frightening Mr. Krabs out of his wits in the process. SpongeBob and Squidward then begin trying to make as many Krabby Patties as possible. The number of patties grows so high that it causes the Krusty Krab to explode into pieces. The patties rain down from the sky, leading several Bikini Bottomies to believe that they are free, while Mr. Krabs, face stuck in the empty frame, tries to make the customers pay for the patties. SpongeBob and Squidward eagerly ask him who the winner of the award is, as Mr. Krabs shouts at them to stop.